Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Gemini is for you. But remember, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. Make sure you use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So before we get into your key to the week, I just want to say, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. But I also want to say, if you are new to my channel, it is also worth mentioning, if you are the sort of person, if you get anxious about the heavier predictions, this is not the channel for you, all right? Here in the Reydiant Nation, I talk about everything that life can throw at us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and sometimes the downright heavy, but also the amazingly beautiful. I will give you the full spectrum, and so if you can't handle some of that heavier stuff, this is not the channel for you. There are plenty of channels out there that will, give you the experience that you feel you need. So I invite you to take that. Now, for your key to the week, you got the Sun card. What else can I tell you, right? We might as well go home. So the Sun card, blessings, light, heat, abundance, joy, happiness, right? Creativity. But the thing with the Sun card as a key to the week, it basically says whatever happens this week, you have a lighter week of it. Even if the rest of the cards that follow here are really heavy, the Sun card always basically says that the challenges are diminished or they pass quickly. And if there is a question that you're feeling like, you know what, Raph, I just need a yes/no answer on this, the Sun card is an absolute yes. All right. Now, for your actions and options, you've got the Mother of Pentacles. So this is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. I just wish the cards were better. A better shape, a better cut, a better thickness, yada, yada, yada. Queen of Pentacles as your actions and options. Whatever seeds you are sowing this week, they are very likely to grow from here on in. I love this for you because the Queen of Pentacles means that you have given your ideas or your endeavors the very best start that they can have, which is fantastic. Now, what I also want to say to you is an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, may help you with this, right? And in terms of the options that are available to you, this week is really going to show you how to care for yourself in a way that is grounded and practical, but in a way that really feels like it is offering you soul deep nourishment. What more could you ask for? For your communications and conversations, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. Your work is absolutely blessed this week, right? Now, when it comes to communication, you are going to have to work at it, but whatever you are working at, whatever you are working on, you can rest assured it is absolutely building in a way that is fantastic. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the work that you put forward this week may very well be some of your absolute best. And there's a key to this success, right? There's a key ingredient to this success. Because you've got the Sun card here, you are loving what you do. You are enjoying what you do, right? And, for once, I'm going to get a little bit big-headed here. You guys love me, right? I think you do. You come back week on week, month after month, and the community keeps growing. So I would wager that you love me and you think I'm good at what I do. I think I'm kind of good at what I do. And it's because I love what I do. And that love, I hope, and my enthusiasm and my personality and all of that is infused into my work. This week, the key to your success, whether you're studying, whether you're employed by someone else, whether you've got your own business, whether you're retired, whatever the case might be, you're the reason you are getting such good results this week is because you are fucking loving what you do, right? It's in you, it's in your bones, and it's pouring out of you this week. Embrace that love and that enthusiasm for what you do, because this week it is going to carry you so far. So for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this might even be where you start to see some of the results of your hard work, okay? For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is a week of growth for those of you that have your own business, but This is not a moment to take your foot off the pedal and be like, oh, okay, well, now I'm going to congratulate myself with a bottle of Prosecco. No, you continue, right? Same rules as fame, same rules as Debbie Allen, you know, when she gives that speech. Like, just because you're talented means it means you work twice as hard, right? This week, you are loving it. And this is where you lean in, right? Now you've found your groove. Hey, Stella. If you get that reference, then you know. That's the key ingredient here, right? Is that you're loving what you do. If you are retired and no longer working, that Eight of Pentacles, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, not only becomes about self-care, but it becomes about you instilling that principle of true self-care within your family, right? This is you leading by example to say to your children, to your loved ones, to your partner even, hey, listen, you see what I'm doing right now to look after myself? This is what you need to be doing. You're leading by example, and I'm totally here for it. For your love and relations, you've got the Eight of Swords. Okay, so not the easiest of cards, right? But we call a spade a spade. You've got two eights here. Two eights represents new knowledge. There is something, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, your partner has very likely been quite withdrawn for the last, I would wager, probably for the last 4 or 5 months. It's not so much that they have a secret, it's that they have an internal dialogue, battle, or challenge that's going on within them. And they haven't shared it up until now, but this week they will. They're going to come forward and they're going to share something with you. This is a moment at which your partner is making themselves very vulnerable. And so it's really, really important that how you meet that this week is with absolute love and absolute trust. You're about to learn something new about your partner, new knowledge, new information, new wisdom. And when it comes through, it will allow you to understand them and your relationship that much better. And maybe this is where that leading by example to say, hey, listen, this is what self-care actually looks like. I don't know where it was. I saw somebody, it's another astrologer, and I actually love his work. I think he's brilliant. But he was saying like, oh, I don't buy into this idea of self-care because too many people are using it to justify drinking and getting wasted and all the rest of it. And I was like, But wait, where did that rubbish come from? Self-care ain't about getting trashed and justifying smoking 1,000 cigarettes or whatever else a day. Like, that's ridiculous. Come now, right? If it ain't looking after you and actually supporting you or offering true care or nourishment, it ain't self-care, right? Sorry, but, you know, soapbox moment. Anyway, for those of you that are single... It's like, bring it back. For those of you that are single, you may learn that somebody within the workplace has a little bit of a thing for you. But that Eight of Swords does suggest that maybe you're locked in here. And so there's a possibility that maybe the culture of work doesn't allow for it. Maybe it's frowned upon, you know, whatever the case might be. There's some part of this that almost suggests like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, if we cross this line, once we've crossed the line, we've crossed the line, right? So there's something here that will need to be considered about it. It may even be because the Sun card here can also suggest that there's an age gap there somewhere. So this person might be somewhat younger than you. And just because Geminis look eternally youthful, which you do, you're one of the few signs, maybe that's not enough for you. All right, for your money and materials, you have the Hanged Man. So I will say hang back on any, hold back on any big or large purchases this week. And the reason I say that is I feel like this week, if you do it now, you'll suffer buyer's remorse. Whereas if you wait, the results of all of this great work that you're doing will start to show up materially, and it will feel much better to buy yourself a gift than put yourself out right now to purchase something for the sake of having it. All right, delayed gratification is the message here. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Hanged Man tends to show up as hormonal stuff, and if you've had any problems with hormone imbalances, especially for those of you that have been affected by seasonal affective disorder, the SAD disorder, doctor. If you've had that, this does suggest you are turning a bit of a corner this week. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice. I'm not, not going to say, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't give you that kind of advice, but this does kind of look like that to me. It's like you finally get what you need to lift the spirits. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Hanged Man for home environment is actually very nice because it suggests that you find peace at home this week. Whether that's that you've shipped the kids off for the weekend, it's just you and your significant other, whether it's that you have just purchased a home and you're having that first, oh my God, I can't wait for that moment. I just can't wait. You know, that moment, like I keep having like visions and also nightmares about it. I was like just not being able to get up off the couch for the first year because I'm like, my nervous system can finally relax. Like that's my worry about the home purchase, but it'll come. Anyway, for you, Gemini, home looks like a place that could be, providing you do the work, could be a place of true nourishment this week, where it really does support you in feeling better than maybe you have in a long time. So I'm totally here for this. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.